These dashcam videos recorded more than just traffic. They showed strange figures, vanishing shadows, and other spooky moments that cannot be explained.
Did you see that? Oh my god, I saw it.
And these are the most disturbing encounters you have never seen before.
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
That is very scary.
What does this lady do?
A man shared this video through an email. He was heading home late one night when he noticed a woman walking alone by the roadside. She looked pale, and what truly shook him was that her eyes were missing, and her clothes looked messy. The guy slowed down and asked if she needed help.
Excuse me, you need help?
That's when he heard a scream. He got terrified, and then he quickly left the area.
What the?
Night horror. In this strange clip, a man was driving back home when his camera picked up something so peculiar it completely ruined his night. There was a group of figures wrapped in white cloth right in the middle of the road. They were walking in circles around a flame, which made the whole situation even stranger. But his mistake was getting too close to them, because they suddenly stopped and charged towards him, full speed. Such a reaction from them startled him, so he quickly sped away and just barely saved himself from whatever ill intentions these mysterious figures had. And I don't think he'll take this route again without protection. Bent figure. The footage was captured in the Philippines, showing this figure standing in the dark with a bizarre face that could not be identified. The video wasn't very clear, but what stood out were its white, glowing eyes and long, dark hair. The figure was moving on all fours, but a few seconds later, it stood up, causing the person to freak out and stop recording. One of the comments said it was a ghostly woman who wears a white gown and is called the White Lady by the locals, and they tell people to run as fast as they can if they come across her. Disturbing encounter. The man was driving through the woods at night when he came across something in the middle of the road. It looked like a person covered in black cloth, standing completely still. Curiosity got the better of him, so he stepped out and approached the mysterious figure. He cautiously pulled off the cloth, but to his shock, there was no one underneath it. This really startled him, so he ran back into his car and drove off. He couldn't make sense of what he just encountered, but it clearly looked like there was someone underneath it. So how did the figure just vanish? Let me know your opinions in the comments. Scary sighting. A few months ago, an anonymous user shared a video online, and it left people scratching their heads. It was filmed somewhere in Asia that showed a figure sitting in the middle of the road. But this mysterious creature was moving oddly on the road. It had a skinny humanoid body with long black hair. Whatever this was, it could be seen moving in a bizarre way away from the car. But moments later, it stood up and began walking backwards. The driver also drove in reverse gear as it was moving toward him, and the video cut right there. Some said it might have been a witch or some other dark entity that was trying to lure unwary people into a trap. So it's fortunate that the driver got out of there alive. Graveyard figures. This group of friends was out for a ride to a graveyard in their Tesla, and it turns out Tesla's camera is able to pick up ghostly activities, and what he captured terrified him. The car's screen started showing human figures, even though no one was there. More and more figures began popping up on the display, and the group inside the car could be heard panicking.
Oh, no, no.
There are so many people showing up on the screen.
Creepy woman. Back Back in 2015, an officer was patrolling a highway at night when he caught this creepy sight. The video showed what looked like a woman standing still near a flame. Her arms were folded, and at first, she was looking down. Suddenly, his headlights dimmed. A few seconds later, the figure slowly lifted her head. Her face could not be seen properly, but her mouth was glowing like something mythical was inside of her, trying to come out. Just then, the video recording stopped, and the man was never seen again. Hospital apparition. Hospitals are places where many lives begin and some end. It's believed that some souls choose to stay behind, but this one decided to leave. This woman was waiting outside the hospital for her mother when she noticed a smoky shadow figure coming out of the hospital doors. It crossed the road, made its way to the other side, and then vanished. Perso or ghost?
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah,
That's a bit scary.
that is very scary.
Back in 2017, two friends were driving on a road at night in Malaysia when they came across something strange. This shadowy figure was sitting right in the middle of the road. They stopped at a distance, unsure of what they were seeing. The figure was still with messy hair. They did not want to take any chances, and slowly reversed the car and took another route home. They believed either it was a ghost or a person, possibly lost or confused. To this day, no one really knows.
That's
Bound to the tree. This camper was exploring the woods and noticed a big tree with its leaves moving, but the weather was not windy at all. He got curious and started filming, trying to figure out what was going on. As he slowly panned the camera downward, he spotted something unsettling. Sitting beside the tree trunk was a figure covered in white cloth, with long hair that hid its face. And what made it even more convincing was this footage that was filmed one night earlier. The same figure had been seen in the nearby town. Since then, people stayed indoors after dark. Locals said the figure is tied to that tree. Maybe something happened there long ago, and it still hasn't let go. Unknown watcher. The man was filming his night drive when he noticed someone standing at the corner of the street. The figure wasn't moving, just standing still with its face covered in cloth. It gave off a strange feeling, but the man kept driving. After a short distance, he stopped and panned his camera toward the side mirror. That's when he saw a person running straight toward his car. The face wasn't clear, and the figure looked odd. It didn't move naturally. Before anything else could be seen, the video ended. No one knows what happened after it, and the figure remained a mystery. Highway incidents. A truck driver shared this eerie moment from his dashcam. He was driving along Arizona State at midnight when he saw a ghost standing by the side of the road. It was barely visible in the dark and can only be seen for a second. And the reason the driver didn't stop is because that highway is known for such ghost sightings, and it rarely ever bodes well for people who stop. Hanging mystery. A man was driving on a busy road in India when he saw something unusual hanging from a car's trunk. He started following it through the traffic and eventually caught a clear visual. It was a human arm that was just hanging, stuck between the trunk door. Other drivers saw it as well because it was out in the open. The man tried to capture who was driving the other car with an arm hanging from the trunk, but he was unable to do that. Although the video ended there, seeing an arm hanging outside of a car is definitely a shocking sight. Strange woman. This dashcam footage was from Malaysia, and the incident happened just a few years ago. In the clip, a man was driving late at night when he noticed a woman walking by the roadside. She didn't look like a hitchhiker, so he kept on driving, but then saw the same woman in red again. This time, she was seen for only a moment. He thought it was a weird coincidence, but hardly 20 meters away, she was caught by the dashcam once more. However, now she was right in front of the car. This was too much for the driver, so he reversed out of there. Even after years, this mysterious woman remains unidentified. Sudden appearance. This dashcam footage shows something truly strange that many believe was a real ghost. As the man drove down a road, a figure suddenly appeared right in front of his car. It was dressed in white and slowly raised its hand, waving at the driver to stop, but the driver was going fast, so he didn't. However, when the clip was uploaded, someone commented that they live near this area. The ghost on camera is of a person who had passed away in an incident on this road, and now she haunts people to take revenge. Creepy being. An explorer was exploring the woods when he saw something step out from behind a tree. At first, it looked like a woman, but her arms and legs moved in a twisted, unnatural way as she started walking closer. When the camera caught her face, it looked pale, almost not human. Suddenly, she rushed toward him, and the video cut. Luckily, this explorer made it home safely, but he called it a creepy ghost lady. Entity on Roadside. This weird footage came from Idaho when a woman was driving along a road, and his dash cam captured this. He didn't notice it at first, but later, while watching the recording, he saw it clearly. A dark, tall figure was standing still at the edge of the road. It was believed to be a Bigfoot, which was not moving or chasing, just standing there like it had been caught by chance. Tree watcher. Recently, a woman shared this footage online. A few months ago, her chickens started disappearing, so she decided to drive around the area to check what might be causing the sudden disappearances. She was looking around when her camera caught a pale creature peeking from behind a tree. Its full body wasn't visible, just part of its face that resembled a rake or a skinwalker. And it looked like this figure was the reason behind those missing chickens. Mysterious sighting. A group of bikers was out on their usual route when their dashcam captured a girl standing on a narrow cement divider. She had long hair and was dressed in black and white. The footage was later shared on TikTok, where viewers quickly called her a ghost girl, but not everyone agreed. Some said it could have just been a person playing a prank. A few even guessed it might have been someone on a unicycle, practicing on the thin divider. What do you think? Comment below. Unknown passenger. In Japan, a taxi driver's dashcam captured this footage. While driving at night, he dropped a passenger when he suddenly saw that the back door of his car opened and shut by itself. No one was around, but he brushed it off and kept going. A little while later, a faint figure appeared in the back seat. It looked like a woman, though the image was blurry. Then, the figure vanished. The driver said he didn't notice it while driving, but when he got home and checked the footage, he realized that he was not alone. Spooky spirit. A biker in India was vlogging his night ride when he came across someone on the side of the road. His camera caught this enigmatic woman standing alone near a hand pump. She was wearing a long red dress that was also covering her head. So, he couldn't get a proper look. It was only after he uploaded the vlog did one of his fans tell him he had just encountered a Lal Churail, meaning red witch, and he made the right decision by riding away. Shadow on road. Next is this truck that was driving down a road when another car's dashcam captured something chilling. Out of nowhere, a shadowy human-like figure crossed right in front of the truck. What made it even stranger was that it passed directly between the truck and a man riding a bike, as if it wasn't even there. The figure had no clear features, just a dark shape that walked like a person. This seemed to be a spirit that was not ready to leave this world. Floating in air. A woman was driving on the highway late at night when she spotted something strange up ahead. There was a ghostly figure floating in the air, right in front of her car. It was covered entirely in white, and its shape looked like it had wings spread wide. The figure looked like a flying ghost, and the woman didn't slow down, just kept driving and passed it quickly. But luckily, her dashcam caught the moment. Graveyard glitch.
Did you see that? It looks like a little kid. I didn't mean to touch it.
A couple who recently got engaged went to visit the grave of the husband's mother to pay their respects when things got strange. They were inside a Tesla with a dash screen recording everything. Suddenly, human shapes began to appear on the screen, walking toward the car.
What was that? Did you see that? Oh my god, I saw it.
One even looked like a child. The souls kept popping up near the car, beside them, even behind. When they got close to his mother's resting place, a spirit appeared on the screen next to her gravestone. This made the husband very emotional because his mother was right there. He could feel her presence.
There goes one.
Oh, there's one next to you. Like, you're right here and he's right here.
Disturbing encounter. It was an ordinary night. Nothing seemed out of place until a CCTV camera caught this young boy walking by the roadside, looking around like he was lost. Moments later, he stepped into the middle of the road, and that's when it happened. A figure dressed in white with long hair suddenly appeared. It was the Peachel Perry, a spirit from old stories. The boy froze for a second, then ran into the nearby woods in fear. The figure vanished right after him. Since that night, the boy hasn't been seen again. Tree ghost. There had always been rumors about a haunted tree in this small town, but no one had real proof until now. One night, an explorer decided to check it out for himself. As he drove along the road, he finally reached the tree, and that's when he saw it. A ghostly figure was standing right in front of it, dressed in white, with long black hair covering its face. He stopped for a moment and stared, unsure if it was real. Then, without getting out, he drove away. That night, the rumors didn't feel like stories anymore. Sudden appearance. On May 30th, 2016, a news crew in Brazil was filming a live report at the site of an incident on the highway. Everything seemed normal during the broadcast, but then the viewers contacted the channel afterward, pointing out something strange in the footage. While the reporter spoke and investigators checked the damaged car, a faint figure appeared in the front seat. The face wasn't fully clear, but it had pale skin and what looked like a scar. Viewers believe this figure was no ordinary person, and it could have been the cause of the incident.
O motorista tenha tentado desviar de animal que cruzou a pista. No local.
Unexpected walk. A shadowy figure was caught on a security camera late at night. It appeared to step out of a parked car and slowly began crossing the road. The figure didn't rush, didn't look around, just moved to the other side. But as it reached the other side of the street, it suddenly vanished into thin air. It seemed like the spirit had been living in that car, and now it's looking for a new place to stay. Haunted truth. This haunted road finally showed why people call it haunted. A man was driving when his dashcam captured something on the cement divider. It was a figure standing that was covered in a white cloak. The man didn't see it while driving, but the camera did. Its face wasn't visible, just a still, cloaked shape standing in the middle of the road. For many who've heard creepy stories about the road, this was the proof they were waiting for. The road's name wasn't just a nickname after all. Roadside phantom. Driving down a dark street late at night is unsettling, but for this driver, it turned into something unforgettable. His dashcam recorded a strange figure on the side of the road. It was dressed in white and stood completely still. As the headlights hit it, the figure seemed to glow faintly, but it didn't move or react, just stood there, watching. It matched the old descriptions of a yurei, a spirit from Japanese folklore. Passing through tree. A security camera in Hong Kong captured this footage that left viewers speechless. It showed a young girl walking on the footpath. Nothing seemed unusual until she passed straight through a tree trunk without stopping or reacting. She didn't get stuck or go around it, and walked right through, as if it wasn't even there. Strangely, people nearby didn't notice her at all, but the camera caught this ghost pretending to be a normal being. Road crossing. It was mid-2016, and a CCTV camera captured an unsettling scene in a residential area. The footage started off normal, just a regular night. But then, something strange happened. A shadowy figure appeared, moving straight through a grilled gate without opening it. It looked like the shape of a person, but it wasn't clear, just a dark form walking across the area. Online viewers said it was just a camera glitch, while it looked like something not from this world. Traffic encounter. In the Philippines, a ghostly figure was caught on camera walking right through busy traffic. The dark shadow spirit appeared from a gate and crossed the road. Some cars passed straight through it without slowing down. It didn't react to anything around it and just kept moving. And then it vanished. Strange sight. One day, an explorer was visiting a Stonehenge-like site, filming his walk through the ancient stone pillars. Everything felt okay, but then he noticed something strange between the pillars. It was a tall figure that stood there, completely still, covered in a dark cloak. It was facing away, so its face couldn't be seen. The explorer did not get closer and stepped back and left the area. He later said it felt like some demonic soul bound to that area, but not sure. Out of nowhere. This bizarre dashcam clip is grabbing attention across the internet. It shows a man suddenly appearing right in front of a moving car, out of nowhere. The car was driving straight, nothing unusual, when the man just popped into view. The driver swerved and lost control, but thankfully, everything was okay. What's strange is how calm the man looked. He just got up and walked away. Viewers are calling it real-life teleportation. There were no signs, no running figure, just an instant appearance. Luckily, the dashcam caught it all, or people might not have believed it. Time for today's open discussion.
It was so unusual. I mean, you just don't have hands sticking out of the trunk every day. It was just really strange.
The incident where a hand was seen inside a trunk in Birmingham, Alabama, still gives people chills. It happened on May 5th, 1979, when two employees of the Birmingham News, Mark and Jerry, had been following reports of a car with a hand waving from the trunk. They spotted it heading north on an interstate.
When Garland would get a location, we would head to that location or that area, you know.
And Mark took the first ever photograph of the hand, which creeped them out. But now they had the evidence, so they called the police.
We had caught up to the car. He asked, should he call the police? And I said yes.
Officers stopped the vehicle and arrested 3 people, Joseph Fendley, Wilburn Fendley, and a woman named Robin Green. When they opened the trunk, they found a man inside, still breathing. All 3 of them went to prison on charges of abduction, and it became one of the most disturbing captures of all time.
I didn't think maybe they could be dangerous. I thought they were dangerous. Otherwise, why would they have this person in the car? Something was not right.